The state capitol, conflicts and concerns of war from across the globe, those were top of mind.
Lawmakers are being asked to consider requiring the state's pension system, Maine-PERS, to stop investing in companies related to genocide and war crimes. State House reporter Christian Harsa is live in Augusta with more on this issue. Hi, Christian.
Hi, Brian and Amanda. Anyone who works for the states, their county, or their local municipality, or as a teacher, for instance, pays a little bit of their wage into the Maine-PERS, and that's the state's public employee retirement system. And that system is invested in many different areas, such as real estate and private equity. And about 30% of that investment goes into public companies. And some of those public companies are the target of this LD 1383. Now, this bill calls for divestment in, quote, perpetrators of international human rights violations. This includes ethnic cleansing, genocide, and war crimes, says the bill. Those supporting the bill say the pension fund is invested in 2 or 3 dozen companies that fall into this camp, including Lockheed Martin, Palantir, and Caterpillar. Those opposed to this measure say this bill is both unconstitutional and unreasonable. The unwritten context in this legislation is the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Those I talked to in opposition are members of the Jewish community, say this bill makes them feel less safe and unwelcome. On the supporting side, I spoke to one man representing 24,000 Maine teachers who say divestment is a wise and ethical financial decision.
I took a vow to protect this pension, which I believe in with my heart and soul, and I cannot risk having any funds that are toxic. They might have some civil or legal liability attached to them.
I'm against genocide, and I'm against anyone who violates civil rights or human rights. There's no question about that. The question I have is, who are you listening to?
Now, her complaint is about how do you define a perpetrating country. Now, as the bill is written, it's not up to the state of Maine or the U.S. government to make that distinction. Rather, it's up to independent and credible international body that would do so. Now, last I checked, testimony is still going on, and someone I spoke to at the State House says that this could go on for hours, and that's because over 140 people signed up to testify in favor of this proposal, and then another 50 signed up to speak in opposition to it. In Augusta, Christian Harsa, News Center, Maine.